Hello friends, have you ever ordered pizza online? You just select your toppings, choose your size and hit confirm. Behind the scenes, there is a system, a function doing the job. In Python too, function work the same way. You give them input, they do something and give you output. In this video, we will explore everything about functions in Python, from basics to types, arguments and real life examples. Don't skip a second. This is the most important chapter after loops. What is function? A function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task. Think real life example like making a tea. Here if you observe, I created one function using def, make tea, print boil water, add tea leaves and serve the tea. Just like we don't explain tea steps again and again, we define and reuse it every time needed. Simple and clean, right? Here is the function syntax. Def is a keyword to define the function, followed by any valid function name, then parenthesis required to hold the parameters, and colon to start the block, and important notices, indentation is must before every statement. Inside this, you need to write n number of statements. I return print hello learner. If you call this function, then only the statements will be executed. Think of it like assigning someone a job, title, and task list. Why we need to use functions? Avoid repeating the code, easier to debug, makes code modular and organized. Real life example if you observe, a washing machine, you press one button, it does the job. That button equal to function. Types of functions. First is built-in functions. Built-in functions are predefined functions in Python that are always available. You don't need to define them or import anytime to use them. Them like inbuilt tools on your smartphone, like calculator, clock or flashlight. Second one is user-defined functions. User-defined functions are the functions you create yourself to perform specific tasks. They help you avoid repeating the code, make programs more readable, and organize your logic better. Imagine you often make lemon juice at home. Would you write the full steps every time? No. You define the steps once and reuse them whenever needed. Here is the program. I created a function using def keyword. Function name is make lemon juice. And statements take water, add lemon and sugar, and mix well and serve. If call, then statements will be executed. You have just created your own function like a personal recipe. Third one is Lambda function. A Lambda function is a function. It is a small anonymous function, meaning it doesn't have a name. It is used for quick one-line operations where defining a full function would be overkill. Think of a one-time use coffee cup. You don't keep it, just use it and throw it. Lambda function is instant function, used once or within other functions. We'll discuss more about Lambda functions in next video. Passing arguments to function. Required arguments means mandatory arguments. Required arguments are those you must pass to function when calling it. If you miss any required argument, Python throws an error. A real life example if you observe, ordering food at a restaurant. You must specify the dish name or the waiter want to know what to serve. Check the program here. Here one function is created order food and collecting some argument dish. While calling a function, we are passing pizza, so it is collected, so your dish pizza is ready. At the same time, if you call another function order food, but if you are not passing any argument, it is going to generate error. Why? Because you didn't say what to make. Where these required arguments will helpful. You must enter username and password to log in. You must give a file path when file is opening. You must specify amount when doing a money transfer. Next one is keyword arguments. Keyword arguments let you pass values to a function by explicitly naming the parameters. So order doesn't matter filling out an online application. You don't fill in values in a strict order. Instead, each field has a label. Example, name Ria, age 20, email ria@example.com. Here is the code. I implemented one function register and passing the arguments. But if you call the function at that time, the arguments order is not mandatory in the same order. You can change it. Why? Because of the labels, it is going to collect in the respective order. What are the default arguments? Default arguments are values automatically used by a function. If no value is provided for the parameter during the function call. Real life examples. Booking a train ticket. If you don't select your coach type, it defaults to sleeper class. But you can change it to AC if you want. Book ticket and I'm passing the parameter name and coach is sleeper default I given. At the time of calling a function, if you pass person name, then it is going to take coach as is sleeper. But second time if you call and if you are passing two arguments, then it will take user provided value instead of the default coach sleeper. Real world use cases. Setting a default country in the forms, auto assigning a default role to new users. In payment app, default payment mode UPI unless you change. What is variable length argument in Python? It allows a function to accept a variable number of positional arguments. You can pass as many values you want and they will be treated as a tuple inside the function. Real life example. Packing a grocery bag. Some days you buy 2 items, some days 10 and your bag can take all. Here is the code. I designed one function pack bag and while calling a function passing rice, dal, ghee, different type of arguments. It will collect all the arguments and it is going to print by using for loop. What is keyword will length argument function? It lets your function accept any number of keyword arguments. These arguments are captured as a dictionary inside the function. What is the return statement in Python? Return statement is used to send a value back from a function to the place where it was called. Without return, a function will do the task but won't give anything back. If you understand the real life example, ordering pizza online. You choose the toppings and place the order, but if the delivery never comes, you get nothing. Return is your delivery guy, bringing back the result from the kitchen to your home. Here code if you observe, I implemented one function order pizza and passing the argument cheese and collected by topping, and if the function is written, it is going to print on the screen. Bonus challenge. Create a function that takes a name and age and tells if the person is eligible to vote or not. If you like this video, please like, comment and share. Subscribe to Coding with Jolly John.